Life is all about challenges. It's all about overcoming difficulties, about staying true to whatever your goals are, you know? You got to stay with it. It's important to do so. All right, let's go. So, yesterday, I did back work. Excuse me, I did leg work. And today I'm doing back. And with back, I'm gonna do a combination of, I would say, machines and free weight. You know, which I like to do anyways. So, yesterday was legs. We were doing machine work. Today I'm gonna do a combination. Hey, what's up? Just gonna get some pull-ups. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to do a warm-up today with, if this is in your way, just let me know. I just got a phone right here. No, I'm just saying, I'm just recording. But if it's in your way, I'll remove it. I appreciate it. Appreciate the compliment. You gonna bring it down? Oh, okay. All right. So I'm just gonna do a few sets of pull-ups as far as warm-up, and then we'll begin. Okay. How? Genetics, man. Yeah. Nah, cause in the beginning when I started, I tried to put stuff and try to see if that worked, but it wasn't really doing anything. Yeah. I appreciate it, bro. So that's actually how it started. In my head, it was like them kung fu senseis from back in the day. That's what I had in my mind when I started. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So, hey, just call me Sleepy Bays. I'm out here. Not everything in life is supposed to make sense. There's always a method to the madness, Let me bring this up a little bit. He's got some nice triceps, by the way. Okay, I think I did 3 sets. So let's begin. Like I said, today we're gonna go combination of both free weight and machines. So let's see if we could do some lat pull downs. Let's do lat work. Ooh. Oh, this is perfect. I could do lats here and I could do mid back on the machines. So let's get some lats in. You know, I think generally speaking, it's pretty easy to to visualize any muscle group because you just split it into like sections, you know. So for back, you just go top, middle, lower, you know. So let's start with top. This is kind of segueing from the calisthenics of pull-ups. This is too low to upper back with lat pull downs, you know. So work part of my back, by the way, but one, but it's the right angle. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. It's the right angle, right? If I had it from the front, it'd be like, hey, what's going on, you know? My beard is actually down to my knees. So if you wanted like inches or centimeters, I wouldn't be able to really help you there, but it's down to my knee. I actually see people taking pictures and videos of me, you know. That's funny. It's like, I see what you're doing. I see exactly what you're doing. You want to show that to someone. Show your wife or your husband or your brother. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So close grip for lat pull downs. You're not only working your biceps, but you're working your lower lat. So the area of the bottom of the lat where it connects kind of to like the lower part of like your obliques. That's how you get that piece right there. So you get your biceps and you get this nice piece down here. Get that like lower sweep. So let me get one more set. I'm just doing different grips. Matter of fact, we'll do 2 more sets. So just switching the grip to target different parts of the back. So it all works, right? This is a good weight actually. I'm starting to feel it. And doing the pull-ups as a warm-up, that that definitely had me like, oh man, a lot of blood flow right now. Lactic acid. Feels good though. All right, we'll go overhand, close grip. It's kind of like forearms, middle back. Let's get it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Woo. So, you know what? I was gonna do another set, but we're gonna keep it moving. Let's go right here. We're in a perfect spot. Okay. Grab the V bar attachment. By the way, let me engage. Let's do a Q&A. Okay? What your fave exercise? Let it be known. Let's start. Boom. Say what it is. I'm gonna see if I could do the same weight. Let me see if I like this attachment or not. If I like it, I'll stay with it. This is kind of in the way, right? So let's move this out the way. Boom. Okay. All right, here we go. Nah, this is an attachment for like triceps. I don't like it. I don't want this one. We could just use this bar. Short, straight bar. It's better. Yeah, that feels better. One, two. This is like rhomboid right here, middle back. Three. Remember, we go from top to middle to lower. It's that simple. And then we're done. You know, we could fly through these workouts in like 25 minutes. Not too much rest. Not too much talking. Even though I'm talking through this, but you know, we get it done quickly. This is a good weight. I don't have to go too heavy. You know? It's pretty crowded in here today, which is good, you know? It means people are doing what they're supposed to do, right? And let it be known, what's your favorite exercise? I'm curious. What do you like to do? You know? It doesn't have to be exactly an exercise per se. It could be an area, right? Is it legs, glutes, back, forearms? What is it? Biceps? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oof. I did legs yesterday, so I'm also going from largest muscle groups to the smallest. So that would be leg. There's just 6 of them. It's legs, back, chest, shoulders, triceps, biceps. It's just 6 of them. Okay? So we started the warm-up with pull-ups, right, for upper back. Then we went right to lat pull down for upper back. Now we're doing rows for middle back. And then we're gonna make our way to the bottom, which is lower back. Okay? So, third set, we're just flying through these. 1, 2, 3. Gotta have a good back. 4, 5. Not just a strong back, 6, but one that looks nice. 7, aesthetically. 8, 9. Appreciate it. Appreciate the compliment. 10. Okay, so that's good for that. I feel like we could do some more rows. Let me see. Let's see if there's a bench that's available. Oh, there's a bench right here. You know, let's move. Boom. Okay. I'm not gonna go too heavy. It's gonna go pretty light. Get like me see. I'm just gonna go light, pretty lightweight. Matter of fact, I'll go with these. These are pretty good. This is it's not too heavy, not too light. How's everyone feeling? Everyone good? You know, maybe I should be asking a different question, right? Not what's your favorite exercise, maybe something else. But yeah, I'm cruising right through this workout, you know? Get a little bit more lat and middle back work by doing dumbbell rows. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. How's everyone doing? You all good? Hopefully, this brings some motivation to your day to go get your own. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I already did middle back, so I'm going to just do like one more set of this and then move on to the next. I'm gonna go right to lower back. Let's see if I can do some. So for lower back, I'm thinking we'll do a couple of sets of, you know what? I'll switch it up. Because you could obviously do deadlifts. It's lower back, but it's kind of like a compound movement. So it's kind of like a lot of different muscle groups, right? So let's just focus more on lower back. So instead of doing deadlifts, I'll show you. Let me finish this next set, and then we'll go right to lower back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'll do like 2 and 2 or 3 and 3 as far as sets are concerned. So basically 2 exercises for lower back after this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. What I'm gonna do now for lower back is I'm going to get like a straight bar, and I think you could still hear me, so that's okay. That I'm not anywhere near. But let me see how heavy this is. Yeah, this is pretty light. So I'll grab this right here. Hey, you know, if more people would get into the camera, I'd appreciate it, right? I hope you do too. Let's get everyone to sign, check in on the live stream. All right, here we go. So basically, we're doing seated good mornings, okay? 1. It's more concentrated than doing deadlifts. 3. We kind of like putting the emphasis on the Christmas tree area. Perfect time, right? Tis the season. Two more. And okay. Okay. Let me get this out the way. So, do one more of these. Discopathy, as the gentleman said. Discopathy. Yeah, I just call them seated good mornings. We're gonna do one more set of these, and then after that, we're done. Yeah, I might do a couple more like miscellaneous things, but the back routine is done. Look, let me see how much time did it take us? We literally knocked it out in 20 some minutes, you know? So like I was saying, after this, we'll do you know what? I'm kind of sitting in the place where people put their heads. So I'm definitely gonna wipe this down. Not that I'm sweaty or anything. I'm not even sweating at all, but you know, it's just proper etiquette. So after this, I'm gonna do 2 sets of what are they called? It's not coming to my mind right now. You'll know when I do it. But it's basically what are these? I don't. Maybe Mr. Discopathy, if you're still there, maybe you'll be able to say what the name of this next movement is. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay. Let's go right to the next one. And the next one is actually the last one. Just like that. You know, you could, like if my pace was a little faster, we could have knocked this whole workout, a whole back routine out in literally 20 minutes, you know? So let me see if I can find the right bench. Let me wipe this down. You know, sitting over here. So people put their heads here. Okay. So, you know, I'll take you with me. Let's see if we can find the right bench. And honestly, since we're doing both free weights and, oh, that's what it's called right there. Back extensions. So we could do it off a bench where we do it like kind of free, or we could do it like that gentleman, that person is doing, where you use a machine to do it, you know? Either way. Let me see if there's another back extension here. This looks like, okay, rotary. I gotta do these too. Calves, I'm definitely gonna do calves. So I'm trying to find a bench where I can just kind of do back extensions. Forgive me for looking around. I don't really know this area like that. So I'm usually going to different gyms. So I'm still this one and see where everything is located. Oh, I could do it right here. Perfect. Right back to where we started, right? Literally where kind of began. Um, is there another better location? No, this is all right. Boom. You could just kind of do this where you're, so I don't even need Mr. Discopathy to, tell me what this is. It's a back extension. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Okay. Yeah, you could hold weight. You could hold a plate like this and add resistance. But for the most part, I'm pretty much done with the workout. So all I'm gonna do after this, since the back routine is over with, I'm just gonna do some calves. I'm gonna do seated calves where the knee is bent for soleus work, the second heart, and then straight for gastroc work, gastrocnemius, okay? Which is also good for blood flow and insulin purposes, right? Insulin sensitivity for blood sugar, glucose control. So it's a good thing. All right, let's just do calisthenic, I'm not even adding any weight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. I'm just gonna end with some calves and it's over, just like that. We finished the back routine in roughly 25, 26 minutes. And I did a little bit of talking and there was a little bit of, lagging, I guess you could say. So I could have made it happen in 20 minutes, but 25 minutes is good. This person is on the calf machine. I'm kind of waiting for him to be done, but we could use this time to do a little bit of dip work. I always like to do dips. So let's do dips. Let's get a little bit of 4, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it's a little weird angle, I think you can see it. Um, yeah, he left. So let's go. He left. So we could do calves. Boom. Okay. We're done after this. Okay. So knees bent to be able to do soleus down here. And then on the next set, we'll go straight leg extension for the upper part of the calves. And that's it. Easy. Easy peasy. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hopefully you all are doing well for the day, you know. Hopefully your day is going well. I don't even know what it is. It's Friday, Saturday, who knows? All right. I'm not gonna go too many sets because the workout is over with. It's already done. But this is like miscellaneous, but I try and do it after like almost every routine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll do 4 sets. 4 sets of seated, 4 sets of straight leg. Done. Usually takes about anywhere from 20-ish minutes to maybe 40 minutes, depending on how we're chilling and how we're talking and all of that. But, you know, normal thing. We get it done in like 40 minutes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Do one more set of these and finish with straight leg calf extensions. Definitely want to wipe my hands so I don't, have any germs that I may come too close to my face with. That's it. Last set here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, now we're gonna go straight leg, 3 or 4 sets, and it's over. I just want to say thank you for every person that checked in, whether you chimed in or not, doesn't matter. I always say I appreciate your time, I value your time. So thank you for coming through, checking in, and hopefully this brought some motivation for your day or whenever you get, and it doesn't have to be just exercise. It could be anything, Hopefully it just brings motivation, period, to do things, to get things done, to get things accomplished, to stay up, to keep fighting the good fight, Oh, it's all right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo. Sometimes you feel like you just don't want to get up and, you know you have to do something, you have to get it done. But sometimes you just feel like it could be any reason, you just feel sluggish or you didn't sleep enough or something in life hit you hard, some kind of news you got hit with, because life has a way of throwing a lot of things at us, right? And then it's just like, that just brings you to another state of like, you just don't want to do certain things. But if you can actually find it from within and get certain things accomplished, you're going to feel better afterwards, right? And that's why I do these live streams. Hey, Luke, what's up? I've seen you before, Luke. And these live streams, I always say I hold myself accountable by putting it out publicly so that it's like, I got to show up, I put it out there publicly. So it's like, you gotta do it now, And at the same time, I'm trying to provide motivational energy for others to just get up and do whatever you all have to do, And like I said, it doesn't have to be just exercise. 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'll do 2 more sets and that's it, But I don't ever want to waste anyone's time. And do you have a flex room? You want me to do like, I'm not actually like a bodybuilder, I just do this because and that was my point. My whole point was it makes me feel better afterwards, no matter what life throws at us, whatever stress we're going through. And whenever you feel like it's tough and you don't want to get up and do things, when you do this, you always feel better afterwards, Especially if you do things within your own pace. And I got a lot of tattoos. It's everywhere, But I don't really know this gym. I don't know if they have like I could go to my own gym, but I don't know if they have like one of those type of rooms here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, last set. And then it's over. I think I just want to do one last round over there of pull-ups. I'm still like, afterwards, even though I'm done with the workout in the gym, when I go home, I'm still gonna do what I do every day. I do calf raises, I do off the steps, I do push-ups, I do free weight air squats, I do side lunges, I do forward folds, which is like calisthenic RDLs, Romanian deadlifts. I do handstand push-ups, and I do regular push-ups. So I do that every day no matter what, and I'm still gonna do this when I get home. My home gym, I'm actually going to my home gym next, because I have to pay, because I don't own the building. I own the place, but I don't own the building. So you got to pay, and I have to pay. So that's why I'm going there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so one more set. And then we're going to, that's really it, I don't know if this is better. Oops, sorry. Yeah, this is actually better. It's better over here. Boom. I'm just gonna do one set here and it's over, you know? How much time has it been? About 40 minutes. That's how it normally is, you know? Get one set? Appreciate it. All right, last set here. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's over. I feel amazing, you know? Just like that. Just like that. Just gonna use hand sanitizer. I don't want to get any germs. I made that mistake before. My immune system is it's pretty strong. So you know, when you're in a gym like this, you have a lot of people in here that are touching everything. So you don't really know who has what. And I don't want to take any chances, you know? Okay. So, Luke, I don't know how many, honestly, I don't even know how many tattoos I have. It's definitely in the double digits. I'm not exactly sure, you know? What's interesting about the tattoos is I actually want to get them, I want to get a bunch of them removed. So I'm going to start investing in laser tattoo removal and start sessions to start removing tattoos. I may keep, you know, a few of them, but I'm going to remove a lot of my tattoos, you know? So I just don't want them anymore. You know, I started when I was a teen. I started when I was like 18 years old, you know? And I just don't want them anymore. So you got like this thing over here in my way. Am I allowed to show them? Yeah, I'm allowed to show them. You know, I just, I just think it would. I like to do things, certain things, like naturally. Like if you look at the thumbnail, right? I have my shirt off, and you can see the tattoos on my back, and you'll see there will be a time where I'm not gonna have a shirt on. You know, I'm just so you wouldn't even have to ask that question. Because you know, if you tune in, you will see that there are gonna be a lot of times when I have my shirt off. So you'll see like all of that stuff. But I'm definitely in a weird environment. Even though it's a gym, it's one of those weird environments where it's like I don't know. Who knows how people think, you know? It's like, obviously extreme example, but if you're like in church, you know, it's probably inappropriate to dress a certain type of way. And that's kind of how it is like in some of these places. They just, well, they just, they frown on certain things, you know? And I'm not saying like I can't take my shirt off there, but it's not the equivalent of like, so my gym, right? How I was running my gym, I always said, like, if guys wanted to grunt and guys wanted to yell and, you know, growl and all of that stuff because they were really working their exercises, I always said you could do whatever you want. You can even take your shirt off, you know? You can work out with your shirt off. You can do all of that. But I always said, make sure you respect the ladies, you know? If you make a woman feel uncomfortable and I get a complaint, then we're gonna have to fix it, you know? So, and it was the same thing with women. Women, they wanted to, you know, wear almost nothing and be in like very revealing clothes. It's like, okay, you know, do that. You could do whatever you want. I just don't want complaints, you know? And that's what I think about here. I just don't ever want complaints from anyone because it's not my gym. But then when it is my gym, it's like, I don't want complaints neither, because at the time I was running a business, you know, and it's like, I had high standing as far as reviews, as far as how people were saying things, you know, on Google, etc. So I wanted to keep that going. The only time I actually had to remove people was, hey, Dante, what's up? The only time I actually had to remove people was BO, you know, body odor. Like if I was getting complaints, and this is not just men, this is women too. Like if their body odors were bothering people, then I had to do something, you know? And that was the only time I had to remove people. And if I, you know, spoke with you several times, you know, in private, and, you know, and that's an uncomfortable thing, right? Because it's like, who wants to be told, like, you got to do something about your body odor? And, you know, I had to unfortunately let people know. And when something wasn't done, you know, and that's difficult because it's like, yeah, I'm always having fun, you know, and that's part of like the main reason why I do a lot of these things, you know, it's to have fun. It's to genuinely have fun. But sometimes, you know, pH is a major thing. So it's like, how do you tell someone that they can, you know, change that? So, yeah, I'm going to my home gym right now. And, hey, Jessica, what's up? How you doing? Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're having fun. You know, we just had fun together on this live stream. We were doing a back routine. We got it done. We knocked it out in like 20-something minutes. We had a good time, you know? So that's what it's about. And I always say, like, if you're not having fun, if your day's stressed, or if you're going through certain things, sometimes you could do something as simple as just accomplishing a workout or getting something knocked out, right? I do these streams, and I do, you know, I put certain content out for motivation to span everything. It's not just whatever you see. It's just like a general kind of motivational energy. And that's what I'm always trying to push, so that you can get back to a place of having fun, you know? Genuine fun, that is, right? We're not trying to fake it. We're not trying to just, oh, I'm happy, you know, like typical like Facebook photos, where everyone's smiling and it's like a one big happy this, but in actuality, there's a lot of issues going on, right? And that's unfortunate. It's sad, but let's be genuine. Let's, like, earlier today, I posted a shorts that was genuine, right? I wasn't having fun, right? So not everything is fun. I posted a shorts of me at court. I was in court. And I also posted what happened afterwards. And what happened afterwards was it got dismissed. So not that I was like, jumping for joy, rejoicing afterwards, like, wow, it got dismissed. But obviously, when you go to court and you're waiting on your fate, like what's going to happen, a judge is going to make a decision, right? And it just so happened that they dismissed it. And as a result, when they dismissed it, I showed, that's good to hear, Jess. I showed the, both sides. I showed the not so fun part, which was genuine, and I showed the after part, which was the dismissal. And the dismissal, obviously, you're going to be happy, right? When you're waiting to see like what your fate is, what is the punishment, and you wind up getting a verdict that says there was no punishment. You're free to go. Like, awesome, right? So that's what I mean. Like, we're going to show the good, the bad, the ugly over here. I'm not one of those people who just get, and I know how YouTube works. I know that YouTube is very sensitive here, and it's like, it caters a lot more to like very happy and very positive, but at the same time, I have to be myself. I can't just fake being happy and positive all the time, but I do push more in that direction. I'm not a person who's going to come here and like vent a whole bunch of negativity all the time. No, that's just not me. I'm definitely a half full type of person as opposed to half empty, right? So, and that's what I mean by, the whole having fun thing. Like, it's about being genuine, and that's what we're doing. And we're always going to do our best to push positive energy and positive vibes. Coachy, what's up? Hopefully, I tried something different today. I was pushing the algo a little bit more towards folks out there, like Kerala folks. And, I can only know after analytics come back and see what happened as a result, So it should be interesting. I'll analyze and see what occurred. And yeah, Jess, that's me like breaking down the whole, because the question was, am I having fun, right? So yeah, I'm having fun, like right now I'm going through it, and let me just backtrack, right? I'm going through it right now because my vehicle has been in the shop. That's why, like, you're not seeing me output as much with like what I normally output with, which is like just driving around, right? But my vehicle's been in the shop for a while now. It's been days. And that's not a happy thing, right? That's why I have been going to the gym like as often as I can, because I've always used, and I've said this in a previous live stream, three outlets, right? I call it my Trinity: wildlife, exercise, and music. The wildlife part is not as much right now because I'm focusing elsewhere. So I'm left with two, right? Which is the music and the fitness part. So when I get stressed out like I am right now with the whole vehicle thing being in the shop, I have those outlets. So I can always create content as far as music and just put it out there. And that makes me feel good because it's like therapy, it's like therapeutic. And then I can always go to the gym, because if I go to the gym, then I'm gonna feel good. It's pretty much like a psychological, spiritual, emotional, physical thing, all wrapped in one. And when I go to the gym afterwards, the endorphins, the feel good hormones, etc., it's a natural thing. So you're gonna feel good afterwards. When I hold myself accountable by actually doing this publicly, by engaging with you all in live streams, yeah, I have fun because I know I'm doing something positive for myself, productive and beneficial for myself, but at the same time, I'm pushing good vibes out there for others. So yeah, I'm having fun, and I'm doing well. I'm good, you know. But yeah, with that being said, um, uh-oh, folks are sounding like I don't know if they're having fun, but we're having fun over here. Where's everyone checking in from? Where are you? That's right. That's right, Pierre. That's right. You know. And you know what's interesting? With time, if you stay as positive as you can, as you stay as productive as you can, and you keep fighting that good fight, it gets easier. It actually gets easier. I know they say it doesn't get easier, it gets easier. Because you know how they say, well, certain things it's luck that you got that? No, it's like you positioned yourself. You didn't quit in a place where it became easier or it became like second nature because you stuck it through and you went along that path that you stayed on, West London in the building, I appreciate every person from Europe, from Canada, from South America, from Africa, throughout India, Asia, wherever you're checking in from, uptown, baby. DC, as in what? Washington, DC? Like near Baltimore, Maryland, and like, yeah, Virginia and all that? I'm assuming. Yeah, it gets easier over time with that process, you know? And I find that to be the case because there have been so many times in life, yeah, that, I wasn't thinking as positively, like my moves were like reckless, immature, negative. And as a result, the things that were happening to me, like everything was difficult, It was like, I couldn't even, like I was still engaging in my own forms of therapy, but it wasn't really helping so much because I was contradicting myself by doing like reckless and immature things. So when you kind of realign yourself along a path of productivity, doing beneficial things and staying positive, now you fight the good fight, you stay on the right path, and you engage in hobbies and passions that are therapeutic. Now it becomes easier. And a lot of the things that happen in life and how you align yourself, it all starts working out over. You're still going to go through things, right? Life is still going to throw things at you, but it gets better and better and better with time. And it seems like it's getting easier and easier and easier, And you learn more about yourself and where, you kind of fit in as far as your path. Look, it's a little, look, it changes colors. It changes colors. It stays blue, and then it goes to like pink, and then, red, and all of those things, It's slow, but it happens. Chocolate City. Why they call it Chocolate City, Piera? What's Chocolate City about? Is that about like actual chocolate, like cacao? Or is it because, there are a lot of chocolate complexion people out there? Like, why is that? No hands. What's up? How you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Greetings, greetings. Why they call it Chocolate City? I'm curious. Because there are a lot of people that eat chocolate? Or is it because they're chocolate complexion folks out there, like in abundance? Got to be a reason. That's the first time I ever heard that, Chocolate City. Now I learned something new. I'm in YO right now, so I don't know what folks know about Yonkers, but I'm in YO. And, let's go. What are you doing today? What are you doing in the gym today? What is your workout looking like for the day? It was a historically black city with a large population. Hence, oh yeah, see, it had to be. That's how I was thinking. It was one or the other. It was like chocolate folks or chocolate eating folks. So chocolate folks, right? Complexion wise. So I love all people. This is like I don't have a ounce of hatred in my bones. You can't pull any type of negative energy out of me as far as like race or religion or anything. It just doesn't exist. It just doesn't exist. I'm not that one anyways. But I hope you have a good one with back and buys. It's interesting because we actually just did back and buys on this live stream today. Not necessarily buys per se, but when you're doing pulls, you're doing buys anyways, right? When you do back, it's a pulling move. It's a pulling body part. So you're kind of secondarily working your biceps, right? Even though primary is back. So yeah, we just did kind of back and buys as well. So good for you. I hope you have a great one. Hope it goes well. And okay. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. A nice. What kind of bud are you having right now? You having indica or sativa? What's your preference? You like the zombie downers or you like the uppers that get you going? I'm just trying to make sure I don't like parking over here. Oh, wow. You won't believe what just happened. I'm here at the gym and I literally, wow. I literally forgot my keys. That was unnecessary driving on my part, I'm over here like, and like, to my, no matter what, it was a blunder, right? So shame on me. Let's get that out the way. I screwed up. I forgot my keys, but as I was saying, I'm going through it because my vehicle's in the shop, right? So I'm driving not my vehicle, and as a result, I don't have my keys, and my keys for the gym are attached to that set of keys. So face palm, it's one of those. But listen, it happens, right? So now it's a bit of a long drive, so that's the only thing. But I have to do it because I have to pay the rent. So I got to get it going. I got to do it. And I literally was right there, right at the door. It is what it is. I'm just going to take a different route to go get the keys. And at least I got the workout in. So that's positive. I'm still here on the live stream. and we're having good conversation, so it's good. You know what's crazy? I literally asked that during the back workout. I asked that same question, like, what's your favorite exercise? I don't think I got any answers, but it's okay. But the question's coming to me, and honestly, so when I didn't have the experience I now do, I used to dread certain movements and certain parts, and it'd be like, I gotta do whatever the area was. It's like, I gotta do. Now, my body is so used to everything that it's like I don't dread anything, and all of them, like I like all of them. Like I like all of them. There's not like, I gotta do push-ups, or I gotta do bench press, or I gotta do squats. No, I like them all. Because over time, when you have enough experience, it's like you get so used to it that it's like you're good, And now I don't think the same way anymore. It's like before, for example, I used to I couldn't stand vegetables, right? And especially collard greens, right? Ugh. I used to gag when I try and eat collard greens, right? But just spinach and certain greens, kale, arugula, certain types of greens, you just know they're good for you. And the minerals and the vitamins there are a lot of beneficial components to consuming those greens, right? So over time, I focused less and less on the taste and more on the benefits. And it became the same thing with the workouts, where it was less and less about, I like doing this because I'm strong here, or I'm able to flow through that better, no, it became more of a, okay, what's the benefit of doing seated calves, soleus, second heart, right? Okay, so now my blood glucose levels are going to be controlled better, and I have better blood flow going back to my heart. Okay, what are the benefits of doing squats for lower legs and legs in general, your glutes, your hamstrings, etc. I would find the benefits of doing everything, aesthetics, what it does for your body. And then it was just like, yeah, you know what? I like them all. I like everything because I want to have not just a good looking body, but a body that is nearly invincible as far as not just symmetry, but muscle, there aren't irregularities as far as muscular imbalances. So the chances of getting injured are far less because one area, let's say opposing muscle groups, one's not overpowering and the other one's weaker, so you get an injury somewhere else. No, I'm good everywhere because I work everything, And yeah, I definitely have a six-pack. I have more than a six-pack. I usually have an 8-pack, and when I'm really defined, I have a 10-pack, and I'm not exaggerating neither. So when I'm really, really shredded, I have a 10-pack. And when I'm relatively defined, under 10%, I have an 8-pack. But when I'm normal, I have a 6-pack. So, yeah. But that chamomile, shoot, if I was to have, Piera, I don't know if you're still here, but if I had that chamomile, shoot, I'd be zoning out. Especially if you're having chamomile and a L, shoot. As far as the all meat diet, a carnivore diet, I my tips, first off, right? And I don't know if she's around, but if she could ask specific questions about what you're aiming for or what your goal is, then, and if you wanted to just stay on a carnivore diet, perhaps we could go right into what you're trying to look for. But as far as tips, I would just say two things. I would say with whatever meat you're trying to consume, whether it's, turkey or chicken or any type of red meat or fish, I would just say, especially with red meat, you want to make sure the saturated fat is not too high, and you want to make sure the sodium is not too high. And that's difficult to find with red meat, because the red meat is usually very, heavy with even when the percentage is like 92, 94, 96% fat free, the saturated fat is still relatively high. And a lot of the times they compensate with like high sodium, So you want the sodium to be low, and you want the saturated fat to not be crazy. Those are 2 tips that I can provide to you to give to your sister. As far as my home gym, since I already finished the back workout for the day, I'm going to the home gym. Luke, and you've been here. I've been saying this all along since I've been in the gym. I'm going there to pay the bills. I have to pay the rent because I don't own the building. I own the gym, but I don't own. And it's not a home gym. It's an actual gym, like a business gym, and I have to pay rent for the space. So it's one of those situations. It's my gym, but I don't own the building, so I have to pay for the space. That's why I go to, like, we can call it my home gym because it's like a home base, but it's not a home gym. It's an actual private gym. No, I'm just making a correction there on home, because it's like home gym would imply like you go home and you have a gym at home, right? But that's not what it's like. You could say home base maybe, but it's an actual private gym where, like trainers train, and public comes through, so yeah. In fact, on the thumbnail of this live stream, when you see me with, you see my back with, like, without a shirt and shorts and the tattoos, and like I'm on a extended on a pull-up bar, that's where the gym is. That's the gym. That's the weight room area. So yeah, it's one of those things. But hopefully that helped you, No Hands, and I wish your sister luck on her journey, like um, Pierre, I think Pierre said. Oh, what are you doing, my dude or my dudette? Yeah, it's part of the journey and the process, So, Eduardo, yes, I am just finished up a back routine. So this is the after of all of that. We're just having conversation right now after that all ended, So all is well. Hopefully you're doing well for the day. Hope people checking in are doing well. And yeah, we're just having conversation right now. I didn't feel like just checking out. And people were still keeping conversation going. So I didn't want to just end the live stream like that, So that's why we're keeping it going. But I'm heading to go get a set of keys, because I forgot my keys. And as a result, Brazil. Okay, that's awesome. Hopefully everything is good out in, where you are. Brazil is in the building. It must be nice out there. It must be warm. Definitely kind of cold where I'm at, even though it's been warmer than it's been the last several days. What time is it out there right now, Eduardo? What's the time out there? And what city are you coming from? As far as your question with the tattoos, we'll see. We'll see if we can make it happen. Definitely been persistent with tattoos. Yeah, we're getting close now. About a couple minutes away from getting the keys. So, just want to get this knocked out. It's part of the journey as well. What city are you from, Eduardo? What city in Brazil? Part of the journey and the process is being able to get to a place where you no longer have so many debts that you have to cover, you have to pay for. That's part of what the plan is. But with all of that being said, I just wanted to thank every person that came by and checked in, chimed in, showed positive energy today. Like I said, I'm going to check the analytics on this. I was trying something different today, and let's see how it all turned out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. It's hit or miss, Eduardo. Sometimes people, they say things really nasty about my beard, and sometimes they say, nice things. So obviously I'm human, so when people say nice things, it's better, right? But if people say anything regardless, I always say this, it's like it shows that you have life. Because a lot of the times you want people to just show that they're alive, and it's like, are you even there, or am I just talking? So that's why I can even people say nasty things, not so nice, because it shows you're alive, even if it's not so nice. So I respect it regardless, because everyone has their opinion. They can say what they want to say, But yeah, with all that being said, I'm going to just leave it at that. I'm going to check out, and yeah, we had a good one. We had another one, and till the next time, I appreciate everyone coming through, and we had another successful live stream. We had a good workout today. Hopefully it provided motivation for you for your day, and catch you all